Tonight, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. Hey, look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First carry now for Jordan Howard. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. 2nd and 9 now. That'll be caught at Steven Sims. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
It's a gain of 10. First down, New Orleans.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this has started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run. This is Walton. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Adam Troutman, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Jakeem Grant now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
Just 3 weeks of games left in the NFL regular season. What's it going to take for him to win the MVP? What's it going to take?
Whatever it is, if he wants to strengthen that candidacy, no time like the present.
And let me tell you what I think. Not only does he have to play the clean game, no picks, things of that nature, he has to have at least one significant play that we'll talk about all next week. That'll really give him a higher profile.
And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Second and 11 at the 41. And now Jackson will look to throw it. That one complete to Hill. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Jackson. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Yards to go.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Complete.
14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
First down, they run with Howard. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. The numbers for Thomas from last week's effort. 5 catches, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Is sacked. A loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking left sideline, incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's 3rd down.
Marcus Peters on the coverage.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
A loss of 12.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
22-yard line.
The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot, who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
10 at the 50-yard line.
Seven, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. 7 yards, the pickup there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Second and 3.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Over the middle, complete. That's Russell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
At the 23.
And one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the
Play action. It's Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Andrews. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll run with Dobbins. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a nice second effort we just saw there, so I'm trying to get to the end zone, but a lot of times near the goal line, that second effort can lead to disaster. Make sure you hold on to the football, because there's going to be guys swarming when you're carrying it.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Stepping up, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Callaway, the return man.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out on
Onto the field comes New Orleans. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Gets around him. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense, because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react. Even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL, they're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
10 more yards.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Jackson going to tuck it down on the option. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. But a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass, no interceptions for him personally to this point. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They're going to look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. A.J. Epinesa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They toss left to Howard. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walton. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. With the football back over to Baltimore and J.K. Dobbins. It's a 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
40-yard line.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Receiver.
2nd down at 5.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
play action. Now Jackson.
At the 35-yard line.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Jackson will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 19-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Saints 7.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walton, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
50-yard line.
2nd and 8. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, New Orleans.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 28-14 was your final score. From there, we head up to the Pacific Northwest. Check on the Seahawks at home in Seattle. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. 24-21, the final score. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And it was the visiting San Francisco 49ers that come in and get the victory. 33-27 was the final. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
On second down, it's Edwards. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
K1 short on the stop. It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
On third down, Jackson. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. Hey, he's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
9 yards. It's second down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And it's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a fourth down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for the fourth time tonight. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
And here's Jackson on the option.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Baltimore 1st down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Chauncey Gardner-Johnson on the tackle. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Jackson from the shotgun. On the crossing route, complete. That's Russell. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. 23 yards the pickup there.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
On 1st down, they're going option left. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Now here's the option play going left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talent. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Howard. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Ravens' 41-yard line.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
Number 80.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First down, Saints.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man here, Sims, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Running with Howard.
At the 23-yard line.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That is caught inside the 5. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal.
They'll set up a throw. And it's caught. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but now it's 3rd and goal.
It's 3rd down and goal.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. Back now in Baltimore, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
Will Lutz.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. Tackle made by K'Wan Short.
Edwards, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
2nd and 6.
Now Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
7 yards there and a first down.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets it.
He's got a man, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 37. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the option, it's Jackson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And Jackson going to hold on to it again. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
Ravens 27, Saints 10.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Now, aren't I, though?
At their own 21-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. The throw taken in by Sims. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
6-yard pickup.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now the second down throw on target. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, but it's going to be second down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Back to throw now on first down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. A.J. Epinesa able to record his 5th sack of the season.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Saints on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and make sure he spills it for a small gain.
To throw is Jackson. To throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Jackson to Andrews on that one. First down, Baltimore. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Another run here with Dobbins.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. This from 36 yards out. Tucker's kick is good. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
Ravens 30, Saints 10.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints again ready to go on offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Intercepted.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. On 1st down, Dobbins, and he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Ravens, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.